and seek medical help if needed. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, blurred vision, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. Before using Xiidra, remove contact lenses and wait 15 minutes before reinserting.
Dry eye over and over? It's time for Xiidra.
Bacon! I need bacon! Not bacon! Not bacon! Not falling for that again. Squirrel? No time! It's meaty. It's tasty. It's bacon! Nom, 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 nom. I love you. I love bacon. I love you. I love bacon.
Force Factor Hair Growth Accelerator promotes thicker, fuller, healthier hair in just 3 weeks. Hair Growth Accelerator contains a key ingredient backed by a clinical study that's shown to accelerate hair growth and reduce fine lines and wrinkles. Search Amazon now for Force Factor Hair Growth Accelerator.
In the U.S., there's a break-in every 26 seconds. Simply Safe does more than just alert. We stop crime before it starts.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
No long-term contracts. Monitoring and deterrence plans starting around $1 a day.
Still dealing with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment?
Then you know there could be unpredictability.
Workarounds. And avoiding.
It was time to make a change.
I changed. I changed too.
My doctor recommended Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
I got rapid symptom relief at 2 weeks. Check. Rinvoq helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting remission, meaning few to no symptoms. Check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50+ with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
Frost advisories are in place for some of us as we head through early tomorrow morning, and it is going to be a cool couple of days, but we do start to warm up by the weekend. Minimal rain chances. There are some, though. We'll have that forecast coming up tonight.
Finally tonight, the Queen and the tree. We were on the air today, the president with the king. The president telling him right there on the south lawn of the White House, a tree planted by his mother, Queen Elizabeth. The president saying decades later, it has tripled in size and in strength. It was nearly 35 years ago, Queen Elizabeth II and her husband, Prince Philip, walking alongside President George H.W. Bush and First Lady Barbara Bush. They were planting a little leaf linden tree, the Queen and the president with shovels in hand, adding the soil. That young tree replacing one that had fallen in a storm, originally planted in honor of Queen Elizabeth's father, King George VI.
American cheers for a king.
Queen Elizabeth was the first British monarch to address a joint session of Congress, starting with humor.
Mr. President.
After microphones had blocked her from view a few days prior.
I do hope you can see me today from where you are.
Today, it was her son, King Charles, addressing Congress. The royal family, his mother, Queen Elizabeth, with strong roots to the U.S., her own visits over many years to this country, and that plaque tonight that still remains on that little leaf linden tree, bearing her name and the day it was planted, May 14th, 1991. I'm David Muir. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
Every play, every highlight, KOKN brings you the action, bringing you closer to the excitement, one game at a time.
I'm a very active person that likes to move around and go. The pain I was in was really excruciating. I was basically heading towards a sedentary lifestyle. I had really tried everything, but I quickly lost hope with all of the things that we had tried, and that's what led me to the Good Feet store. And when I found the Good Feet system, it really just changed everything. It brought me back to life. I have my active lifestyle back.
You too can get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
Duteau wants to know, what are you driven by?
We're driven by chaos.
Lots of it.
It's Truck Month at Duteau. Take up to $13,000 off a 2026 Chevy Silverado or get 1.9% on a 2026 Chevy Equinox. Become part of the Duteau family today. Online anytime at DuteauChevrolet.com.
Now, from
from Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 6.
Now at 6, running dry. The People's City Mission is out of bottled water for the first time in years. What they're asking from the community. And scaling back, a Lincoln favorite is shutting down its south location at the end of the month. Why the focus is shifting back downtown. And death in custody. An inmate at the Lancaster County Jail dies just days before a scheduled court hearing. What we know about the medical emergency. Well, breaking now, a key part in a proposed solar farm project in York County has been approved. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. The vote in favor of the project's boundaries following last night's crowded hearing. Channel 8's Emma Norwood was at the meeting today.
Bowman.
Yes.
Groves.
Yes.
Robertson.
Yes.
Obermeyer.
No.
And Burgess.
No.
York County Commissioners voting to implement the zoning regulations surrounding a proposed 3,000-acre solar farm. Not a single seat left in the room as dozens plead with commissioners.
I moved out to York County to live in a rural area surrounded by farmland, not an industrial solar park.
The zoning regulations in place include a half mile from any homeowner who is not a willing partner, 330 feet from cemeteries, 660 feet from state recreational areas, and a half mile from platted subdivisions. On Tuesday, commissioners deciding to adjust the boundary from schools and churches, which was previously set to 660 feet and will now be a half a mile.
The regulations passed today that include half-mile setbacks from property lines are a de facto ban on solar in this county. They are too large of setbacks and just completely zone it out, creating essentially unusable land across the entire county.
Emotions running high as so many worry about their generational farms.
We want to leave a legacy, and my great-grandma and granddad and my dad and uncles did not work this hard to save our family farm for it to be taken over by a solar industry.
Omaha Public Power District reps say it's disappointing, but they will be reevaluating and working to find a different pathway for the project.
Today's regulations that were passed certainly are difficult, and that creates a really tough environment for a project to continue, but we remain dedicated to that process, especially here in York County.
OPPD also emphasizing that both agriculture and solar generation can go together for the benefit of the state, despite many disagreeing. Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Also breaking now, a suspect in a double murder case in Houston was found dead in a Lancaster County jail cell today. The case spanning 36 years and, as you can see on here, nearly 1,000 miles. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office briefing the media on his death this afternoon. Floyd William Parrott is accused of the 1990 Lovers Lane murders. 22-year-old Cheryl Henry and 21-year-old Andy Atkinson were found brutally murdered in that secluded area in Houston in 1990. But then a breakthrough as Parrott was arrested right here in Lincoln last month. Channel 8's Danielle Da Silva joins us live after attending the briefing with deputies. What did you learn today, Danielle?
Rod, Parrott's death coming just 2 days before his day in court. He was awaiting an extradition hearing. Now, as of right now, we still don't know the cause of his death, but an autopsy has been ordered and will be performed tomorrow. Floyd Parrott was taken into custody on March 26 this year and died this morning at 7:23 a.m. while in custody at the Lancaster County Jail. Deputy Ben Houchin says medical staff was called to his cell after it became known he was experiencing a medical emergency. CPR was administered, but shortly after he was pronounced dead. Again, this happening right before proceedings were to be held on Thursday to get him back to Texas.
Mr. Parrott had refused to voluntarily waive extradition to face the criminal charges pending in Texas. So my office was working closely with authorities from Harris County District Attorney's Office in Houston to secure a governor's warrant. My office expected the governor's warrant to be served upon Mr. Parrott within the next few days.
Authorities say that Parrott had a roommate who was not in the cell at the time this occurred. Under Nebraska law, a grand jury must be paneled to handle the case. Once LSO's investigation is complete, their findings will be presented to County Attorney Pat Condon, and after that, a grand jury will then review the matter. Deputy Houchin assuring the media this morning that they are doing their best. As we learn more details, we'll be keeping you informed. Reporting from the County City Building, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's get to your first forecast on this Tuesday. It made for a drizzly afternoon, but this little guy, a goldfinch, didn't mind one bit. Take a look. It was caught enjoying a rainy lunch. Citizen journalist Tanya sharing this moment with us on the Now Local News app. Those cameras there on those bird feeders and stuff, they're so cool. I love watching those. Let's take a live look across the viewing area through our network of cameras. Yes, a fairly gray end to the day. The question is, any more rain coming our way? Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins with the answer.
Yes, that's your short answer. And I've been watching far southeast Nebraska in and around Lancaster County. A blob of rain trying to form right back where it was just a little bit ago. So a few sprinkles still lingering out there. We'll zoom into that spot and show you that light rain trying to build right back in to Lancaster County. Maybe even some moderate rain trying to move into the capital city in the next few minutes. But again, it's just not for everybody, but some light rain here and there. As we move through Columbus towards West Point and Wahoo, a few light sprinkles. But again, not everybody's seeing rain. Everybody still needs it, but one step at a time. We'll get there as long as we can keep seeing days like this. Frost advisory for early tomorrow morning, kind of switching gears there for much of central and eastern Nebraska, where temperatures will fall to around the freezing mark. Outside, it's still gloomy and a little light rain. Sunset is coming our way in just a couple of hours. Light rain through 7 p.m., mostly cloudy skies through 9, and then starting to clear out as we head towards midnight with temperatures dropping into the 40s. Shones Roofing Camp, 6th and Perkins, there Beatrice cameras, some clouds, some wet roads out there. We do have a temperature that is a little cooler today too, with that light rain and cloud cover for a good portion of the day. We're only in the 30s and 40s this afternoon. A chill in the air, that is for sure, with a little bit of a north wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Is there any more rain in the forecast? We can use it. The forecast in a few minutes.
Thank you, Rusty. New at 6, a local restaurant is closing one of its Lincoln locations, Al Portrayal, announcing it's going to close its Williamsburg location near 40th and Old Cheney at the end of the month, with its final day set for April 30th. Owners say after careful consideration, they're choosing to focus fully on their original downtown restaurant. They add customers can expect the same food and staff, and any gift cards will still be honored downtown. Breaking now, the NCAA making significant changes to the men's basketball tournament, and it could mean a better shot for the Huskers to hear their name called on Selection Sunday. The NCAA is looking at expanding the field and adding more teams to the big dance. For what that could mean for Nebraska and other teams, let's turn it over to Sports Director Nate Johnson. Nate, how many more teams could we see being added?
Yeah, thank you, Rod. Well, if and when this gets finalized officially, it would mean the end of a historic format for one of, if not the best tournaments and postseasons, really in all of sports. Per ESPN and Pete Thamel, the NCAA has started the final steps to expand the men's and women's NCAA basketball tournament to 76 teams. The expansion, which has been discussed for well over a year, is on track to be formalized in the upcoming weeks and would begin this upcoming season. Sports fans can expect an official announcement in mid-May because there are still steps to take in terms of approvals via various NCAA committees. However, per ESPN, quote, those are just formalities. So while it's not official, it seems this may be where the NCAA tournament is heading in the near future. And that will come with a lot of mixed reactions and emotions. It already has on social media. But we'll see you back here in the Sports Zone for more in just a few. For now, the Rod will send things back over to you.
All right, Nate. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere, folks. We have more headed your way after the break, including all out of water. The People's City Mission ran out of bottled water for the first time in a long time. How they're planning to keep the homeless hydrated. We're just back in 60 seconds. The People's City Mission here in Lincoln dealing with a drought. They're in dire need of water, and with summer weather right around the corner, this could become a serious problem soon. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson joins us now with the details. Mackenzie.
Rod, the People's City Mission ran out of bottled water for the first time in a long time. Now they're in an urgent need for a way to keep the homeless hydrated. The mission had to go out and buy a big pallet of water on their own, but this won't last for long. The shelter gives out hundreds of these bottles every day. Pastor Tom says these water shortages are rare, but he fears it's part of a trend that could last for a long time.
You know, people ask me, why are we so short on water? And, you know, I'm not sure. I think maybe part of it's the economy, especially I think with gas going up right now. I just think people are feeling a little bit of a pinch. And so we've seen some of our water donations and other supplies drop a little bit. I know that's happening across the country.
And even though times are hard right now for many, the mission is making a plea. They're asking anyone to buy even just a single case of water to donate. Take a look here. This is the People's City Mission website where you can purchase different amounts of water. A 12-pack only costs $2.88, but if you wanted to make an even bigger donation, you could buy 4 cases of 24 water bottles, which is 96 bottles for less than $40. Reporting in the studio, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Light rain out there for many spots, and we need this precipitation desperately across the entire state. We'll see if there's any more in the forecast when we come back.
New at 6, new data showing a sharp drop in SNAP enrollment across Nebraska. The data shows it's down nearly 10% over the past year. This comes as the U.S. House prepares to vote on a farm bill that does not address recent cuts to the program. The group called Nebraska for Us says the drop comes as grocery prices and living costs continue to rise. They claim more Nebraskans are struggling to afford food, even as fewer are enrolled in SNAP. And with a new farm bill up for a vote this week, advocates say it does not reverse those cuts. One local recipient says many families are just trying to make it to their next paycheck as demand at food assistance programs actually climbs. Well, right now, gas prices are seeing a massive jump upward. The national gas average is the highest it's been in the United States since 2022. And if you look at this map behind me here, AAA map, you're going to see it's at $4.17 a gallon nationally and up to $3.77 a gallon here in Nebraska. Our citizen journalists are sending in gas prices they're seeing around the capital city on our Now Local News app. Brian and Melanie sending these in today. Gas prices at $3.79 and $3.98 a gallon at these two gas stations. We're nearly over the $4 threshold. We invite you to scan the QR code on your screen to download the Now Local News app to send in gas prices you're seeing or stay up to date with current prices.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Been a gray day out there, and we need the precipitation, so hopefully if you need the rain, you got the rain. Not everybody saw rain today, but it was out there, and the streets are wet, the sidewalks are wet, and the grass is green, so things are looking up. But a lot of cloud cover out there and still a few sprinkles. There was some snow in parts of central and western Nebraska earlier this morning, waking up to maybe a quarter to a half an inch of snow in some parts of western Nebraska. I mean, it's not abnormal, but it's still, you know, it was 90 not too long ago. 30s in Thedford and Broken Bow and a good portion of central and western Nebraska. We're at 48 in Lincoln, 49 in Beatrice. Everybody chilly. We should be in the upper 60s this time of year for highs, and we're at 39 in Kearney, so some cold air certainly out there. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of wind to be blowing around. I mean, I could be talking about a wind chill right now, but I'm not. North wind at 7 to 8 to 10 miles per hour, possibly around 15 or 20 miles per hour in some spots. But the wind is quieting down, and eventually this will clear out. That's going to lead the way to a rather chilly tomorrow morning. But right now, we've got light rain around O'Neill, light rain near Columbus, light rain near Lincoln. That was that first wave. If you were outside around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, it was coming down pretty good in Lincoln. Now we've got a little more light rain from Lincoln south towards Crete, Wilbur, Beatrice, and this is all moving towards Nebraska City and Nemaha as well. Then this little batch of very light rain from Norfolk to Columbus, York, just east of Grand Island. That just moved through there. That's moving to the north and east as well. Then a couple of spot sprinkles here and there. Not a whole lot, but again, everybody needs the precipitation, so hopefully we can get some more. Let's take a look at Stormcast. Not really there, and this is where things are going to get cold. This is 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Notice the clearing sky, maybe a little patchy fog in parts of southwest Nebraska, but temperatures are going to get cold tomorrow morning. So it is possible we see a little freezing fog in parts of western Nebraska, but everybody's going to be in the 30s tomorrow morning, and then our next chance for rain along and south of Interstate 80, and I don't think it quite makes it to Lincoln, but it'll be close by tomorrow night. And that it's just some light scattered showers in south central and southwest Nebraska. So early tomorrow morning, a frost advisory in place for north central, central, and south central Nebraska. A little too warm for eastern Nebraska. And you're probably wondering, well, is it going to be cold enough for frost in the western half of the state? Yes, but that's typical. They're not to that point yet where this is a little strange. So even though they're going to get cold, it's not abnormal enough to throw in an advisory for their neck of the woods. So still going to be cold. I mean, look at these temperatures. You're looking at below freezing towards Kearney, 33s in Hastings and Grand Island, and then a little warmer the further east you go. And then high temperatures tomorrow. We will rebound nicely. It's just going to be a cold start to the day. Temperatures in the lower and middle 60s. We should be close to 70 degrees this time of year, so it is going to be chilly Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And notice early Friday morning, might see our own frost advisories in eastern Nebraska. First day of May starts off cold, but rebounds to 62 and then 70s all the way through the weekend. Look at that weekend. That's a nice weekend right there. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies and highs in the 70s.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. Right now, the Nebraska Farm Bureau is giving people a way to assist farmers and ranchers. They're reminding everyone of the Disaster Relief Fund. That's going to people who are recovering from the devastating wildfires we've seen recently and prepares for future fires. Arthur County rancher Dusty Wilson says he had around 90% of his grazing land destroyed by the Morrill wildfire, but he's staying hopeful for a rebound.
We take it to heart that given the right moisture, they're extremely resilient. And they came back before, and, you know, we're hopeful and positive that they will again.
100% of the donations given to the Farm Bureau's Disaster Relief Fund will go to farmers and ranchers like Rusty, so they don't have to solely rely on nature to recover from the damage. Coming up next, heading into the sports zone, and Nate, Nebraska baseball is back to work tonight, aren't they?
They sure are. They're in action as we speak right now. We're going to have the latest on Big Red and take a look at what's in store for the Lincoln Stars tonight. Do or die game in the Clark Cup playoffs.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
It was game day for Nebraska baseball here in Lincoln, their last home game of the month. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to the Sports Zone today. Great to have you here. The Huskers return to Haymarket Park following their road trip to Champaign against Illinois. These two teams have played each other twice this season. KU took game one 5-3 back in February at the M&G Bank College Baseball Series in Arlington, Texas. But Nebraska took the W in game two in March, beating Kansas State on their home dirt in a high-scoring 14-9 victory in Manhattan. Tonight, the Huskers will hope to take game three and pad its resume a little more. Kansas State, a very solid team, and a win tonight would add to that case to host a regional with a big road series on deck later this week, as Nebraska will head to Columbus to take on the Buckeyes this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Getting back to today, though, here's a look at our game day notes. First pitch was at 6:02 p.m. Nebraska has won 2 in a row coming into tonight's home match. Kansas State has lost 3 in a row, and this will be the 297th meeting between these two programs. Nebraska leads the all-time series with a 176-120 record, and when the Huskers have played at home this year, they have been good, 19-1 on the season. Nebraska right now is up 2-0 in the early stages of this game over Kansas State. We'll have an update on it later tonight. Well, from baseball to softball, let's take a look at the Diamond. ESPN and USA Softball released their newest poll, and Nebraska is 1 spot higher than last week, now ranked as the #2 team in the country. Oklahoma comes in at #1. As for the rest of the Big Ten, UCLA comes in at 6. Oregon is there at 15. Washington rounds things out at 25. Nebraska up to #2. Pretty special. And looking ahead at this week, the Huskers will end their regular season campaign on the road against Penn State. First pitch in that one Friday is set for 4 p.m. Let's talk some Husker women's basketball because big day for the program today. Nebraska added a new player to the roster for next season. SEC transfer Arek Angul, who spent the 2025-26 season as a redshirt freshman at Auburn. The 6'9" forward will become the tallest player in Nebraska women's basketball history. She appeared in 20 games for Auburn last season, averaging 1.5 points, 2.6 rebounds in 8.8 minutes per game. Well, finally, the Lincoln Stars will be back on playoff ice tonight in Game 5 against Sioux Falls. And this has been one heck of a series in the second round of the Clark Cup. Both teams winning 2 to force tonight's deciding Game 5 action. The Stampede won Game 1 5-2, followed by 2 Lincoln Stars victories. In the last game, Sioux Falls took that game 5-1 in Lincoln to force this Game 5. Puck drive tonight is set for 7:05 p.m. from South Dakota. We'll have an update on this one later tonight at 10 as well. And that is going to do it for sports tonight. Rod, will send things back over to you.
6'9". That's pretty impressive.
6'9", that is impressive.
All right, thank you so much, Nate. And Rusty, let's get a final look at the weather. How are things shaping up tonight?
Little drizzly, little cloudy, some light precipitation in some spots. We need the rain, so we'll take whatever we can get. And that's kind of what we have, just a little bit. Light sprinkles towards Columbus and Grand Island, Lincoln as well. That will eventually move out, and the sky will clear out by about 10 to midnight to early tomorrow morning. Very cold temperatures, upper 20s, lower and middle 30s. So you're looking at just warm enough where I don't think we'll see frost in eastern Nebraska, but central and western Nebraska, certainly that chance. So a frost advisory in place for many counties in central Nebraska. It is going to be a chilly start to your day on Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you right back here at 10 o'clock.
Founded and operated by American veterans and patriots, we bring a warrior ethos to every case. We are Barry Law.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.